evening and welcome to Information Please, your Peoria Public Library on the air, bringing you information about your library and your community. This evening my guest is Alice Jackson from our programming department, and we're going to tell you about all the really big programs we have coming up this summer in conjunction with summer reading. Hey Alice.
Hey Tricia.
It's nice that we can take a break from planning
and
sit and talk about all the great
tell
things
everything
that have been planned.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, of course, summer reading has just started.
Yes.
And it's not too late to sign up.
No, please get in, get signed up. Everybody, whole family, friends, family, neighbors, book clubs, whatever you've got, get everybody signed up.
Yeah, bring your folks from your independent living wherever. Any place that you can get people to read with you is a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Challenge each other, challenge yourself.
Yeah, and all ages. We always encourage the family to read together, parents, kids, siblings, whatever it is, grandparents, like we talked about, a book club, wherever it may be, whatever, just all ages, everybody together, because we want the whole family to participate together, the whole age range.
Yeah, there's no sense, well, it's great for kids to do summer reading because they don't lose their edge for school. But it is great for adults too because reading still remains a vital skill.
It does.
And like anything else, if you don't practice it, you lose it.
It's gone, yeah.
We've gotten so used to our short little text messages and 30-second commercials and little YouTube things that often we don't take that focused attention to sit and read, and it's an important skill to maintain.
And people always say, oh, I don't have time. Well, read a magazine, you're reading the newspaper in the morning with your coffee, whatever it may be, reading an article online. Audiobooks, they all count. It all is reading, and it's all important. We're not prejudiced against any type of reading. How about that? We want you to read everything.
Anything, even if you listen to it.
Yeah.
And that's how our little tiny, like year-old, 6-month-old qualify because somebody's reading to them, right?
Yep. And then they can all come to the party. So there you go.
Yeah. That's the big deal.
Yeah.
And we should talk about the party. Of course, we want to point out too, the first day to sign in is June 7th.
June 7th.
And the last day is July 25th.
We run a Sunday through a Saturday. So whatever location you're checking in at, you should definitely have time during that week to get in and get signed up each week.
And we're going to have so many great programs that you'll be wanting to come to the
want
library
to come
every
in.
week.
Yeah.
But let's talk about our party. This is last year, which was a huge success. The most people that ever been at the museum.
Yes, it was fun, and it was packed, and it was awesome.
Yeah. And what do people do at the museum?
Well, we'll have the whole Riverfront Museum again, like we did last year. This year will be July 28th in the evening again. You can see we've got Unique Twist that'll be there again. We'll have our Barber Shopper Quartet come back. We've had them a few years in the past, so they'll be there to fit in with our theme.
We didn't have them last year, did we?
No. This year it just fit right in with our theme of Read to the Rhythm. So we said, let's definitely bring them back.
Yeah.
And but we will have access to the whole entire museum, just like we did last year. This year we'll have the Dinosaurs in Motion. I think we have a slide for that coming up too. That's the exhibit for the summer. There'll be movies on the big screen again, and so there'll be times that people can go in and see the movies. And then of course the IHSA and the River Walk, all of that, all will be open to everyone, as well as there's the Dinosaurs in Motion, as well as the gift shop will be open, and the concession stands. So I know it's an evening program, and sometimes people wonder about getting dinner in before or whatever. Concession stands will be open. There's some snacks in there you can have. And then, of course, we'll do prizes all throughout the evening. We're going to break it up into.
But we promise prizes will be better.
Yes.
You're a summer reading program veteran, and last year you were falling asleep
We
while
had
the endless
so
droning
many,
of names went on. We'll have a
so
better way
many,
to do that. You won't be missing out on things in the museum because you're standing there waiting to hear your name called.
Exactly.
It'll be a better plan.
We know we had just an overwhelming number of prizes last year. I mean, the donations were awesome, and thank you to all of our sponsors, because that's what keeps us going. But we have to change it up a little bit this year because it just went on too long, unfortunately. I mean, it's a positive problem, I guess. But we're going to change it up a little bit this year, maybe break it up into small bunches throughout the evening, something like that. They have their PA system, so we can announce things that you should be able to hear, and we'll keep signs up to let you know, check in, and that you've won a prize. So But we'll make sure that we do the grand prize when we can get the bulk of the people there in the atrium area, in the lobby area.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to change that up a little bit. But like I said, access to the whole zoo, the zoo, goodness gracious, I'm sorry, to the museum, the planetarium, everything. You know, you'll be able to go in and see everything. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. And since this Dinosaurs in Motion show will be new, it'd be great.
Yeah, just starting in
chance.
end of July or middle of July. I mean, so with
It's
our
not
party,
like something most people will have seen
with our
yet.
party being
Yeah.
July 28th, right in there.
Yeah.
And like we said, if you your whole family participates together for at least 6 of those 7 weeks, you'll get your party pass and you can all come in. Now, if you do have someone, say a grandma or a cousin or somebody from out of town that comes in, they can pay to go to the museum that night.
Yeah, to come with
they
you.
can't, yeah, they can't qualify for the prizes, but they can still come and go through the whole museum
Yeah,
with
with
you.
you,
So that's
right. So if you're babysitting the neighbor kid or something, and they didn't
Exactly.
summer read, but get that neighbor kid signed up and it won't be a problem.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Coming from a family that we always had the neighbor kids along.
Just sign them on up.
Sign them up and get it over with, yeah.
And that's another thing to kind of point out again. And this year we're doing the paper sign up. We had a huge turnout last year with the going back to the paper charts. I know we joked last year probably here in these chairs about kind of going old school or retro with the paper. People really want to come in and have that paper that they sign in, especially with
Oh, the kids.
Yeah,
the
adults with kids.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it when you see them, they can barely reach the desktop and they just got out of first grade and learned to write their name and hanging on to that pencil.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. It's some satisfaction somewhere that, you know, hey, I signed in, I did my time. So, like I said, we will have the paper charts again this year. You do have to go into the building to sign up. It's not online at all.
But that makes it easy to get your books or if you're coming
Exactly.
to a program or
Exactly,
whatever.
yeah.
So,
And if
perfect.
your items are due every 2 weeks, if that's all you can come in is every 2 weeks, we'll work with you. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out. But
Yeah.
make sure you stop in, figure out which location is your summer location.
Yeah,
And
the one
we'll-
you're going to
yeah.
go to the most
Yeah.
often. All right, but we have a lot of reasons to come in
Yes.
besides just checking out books.
Yes.
We're packed this summer
Yes.
with fun programs.
yes.
So let's get started and talk
Okay.
a little bit about what's coming.
Okay. Well, our theme is read to the rhythm and
Yeah. You got
music.
your shirt?
Yeah, I've got my shirt on, so make sure you look for the shirts throughout the buildings this summer. But like I said, read to the rhythm, and rhythm can be anything: music, dance, poetry, you name it. Just reading a book is rhythmic. So we're focusing a lot on that music rhythm thing. We have quite a few summer music programs this lined up. We have our music in the Mackenzie, of course, during June, July, and August. And then we have several other musical performances coming. We have the Way Down Wanderers, which are a Peoria-based group that have been a couple times. They'll be back this summer. We have Adam Larson, who's a jazz musician, originally from the Bloomington area, now based out in New York.
Yes, he's been back a few
Yeah,
times.
he's been back a couple times. He'll be back again this summer, so we're looking forward to that.
Well, where is he going to play at and when?
All of these musical performances are scheduled for North in the Mackenzie Room.
Okay.
So
that,
any of
that
the,
room just works well.
it really does. It really does. The
it's-
acoustics in there are fabulous for
it's-
musical.
It's not that far. and
No, not
folks
at all.
who are in other parts of the city, it's easy to get there. If you
It's
haven't
on
tried
the bus
it yet,
line if anybody
it's on the
needs
bus
to worry
line
about that.
if you want the bus, or it's easy, plenty of free parking,
Yeah.
easily accessible
Yeah.
for anyone who may have some mobility issues.
Yeah.
So it just works out.
Yeah,
It's a great place
It
to
really
do it.
does. So of course that's the music in the Mackenzie
Yeah.
room, but these others we also plan for out there.
Okay.
Pint-sized polkas.
Oh yes,
Some people might remember they came. I think it's been about a year ago, year and a half maybe, and it's a family event. Make sure you bring all your kids with you and all the grandpas and grandmas and
everybody's got a polka.
So that's
What date are they coming?
That's July 20th, and it's
Okay.
like a mid-morning 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock program.
So good time for the kids.
Yeah. A lot of fun, a
What-
lot of energy.
What day of the week is that?
That is a Monday.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
a great way to start your week off.
Yeah,
is with
get
some
you
polka.
excited. And then at the end of June, we have the Sound Journey Yoga performance coming.
Well, these
And
are the people with the vegetable oil
It
bus,
is.
which, as I was reading about them, I'm like, the vegetable oil bus. Okay, what does that mean?
Well, actually, it is a combination of instrument demos, so instruments, rhythm, music, music, obviously, and yoga and dance.
Okay.
It is a little bit of everything. It's sure to be entertaining. There's no doubt about it. Jeremy Arndt, he will be there, and he'll be doing some instrument demos and playing some music. And then he also has a veggie oil run bus. Did I say that right?
Yes, a bus that runs on veggie oil is
Yes,
the only other way to say
yes,
it.
exactly. So he will be there, and his bus will be there. He and his partner Nancy live on this bus that they have renovated into run on vegetable oil. I don't know how
So
else to
he's a
say it.
mechanic as well.
I guess that's all I could figure. Got a engineering mind. So they will be there, and they'll have their bus there too. So they're definitely going to be talking about that.
People get to see the bus?
I
Or
believe
just-
so. I'm hoping that they'll get to kind of take a little tour. I'm not
the
sure.
bus,
Since they do
yeah.
actually live on it, I don't know how
So
many people.
is this something that they just do demonstrations, or do they involve people in doing yoga and dance?
Definitely. Heading Home is working with us on this, and Tammy has assured me that it will be a dance party, that they will encourage anyone is there, old, young, everybody in between, to come up and do the yoga and do the dance, and hopefully be able to play some of the instruments and see how those work too. So it's a little bit of everything for all of your senses, no doubt. I think the only thing they're not going to do is eat anything. So
Okay.
but you'll be
And
able.
what date is that one?
That is Saturday, June 27th.
Okay, so that one's coming up sooner.
Yep. Yeah. So we're excited about that one.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So those are some musical performances that we'll have
Yeah.
throughout the summer. So
And not just plain old music, but you've got
No.
everything
Yeah.
from jazz to folk music to
Irish,
Irish music.
some acoustical, you name it. We've got a little bit of, and some local folks and some people from not around the area, some new ones. So definitely a good mix of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, what else do we have that people? It's summertime. The kids are out of school, so there's more opportunity to get them in for programs.
Yes, definitely.
And sometimes if you're at work and your kids are at a summer camp, sometimes some of those summer camps are bringing their kids to our programs too.
Yes,
so
and we
even
encourage that.
Don't think you don't need to listen here, because you can even suggest to your
Please.
camp to
Yeah.
give us a call, and we can make arrangements for them to be a part of this in a group.
Let us know, and we'll say, oh, this would be a great thing for you to bring your
Yeah.
group to, or this would, or
Yeah.
or we'll come out to you and do programs, or sign up for summer reading, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Definitely, we're ready for that.
But this is also something that the babysitters and the grandmas that are watching the kids or whatever's going on, the
Yeah.
older kids,
Yeah.
can bring them to.
Definitely. So, to borrow from last year and from one of our tried and trues that we love, we'll have the Pause to Read dogs back again this year. The kids love that. The dogs love it. So the dogs will be back at every location, I believe, throughout the summer. And just a little explanation of that. That's when the therapy dogs come in, and the kids can sit and read to the dogs. So it's Pause to Read, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun for the kids. They get to interact with the animals, and these dogs are just so laid back and just. You can tell they're listening. It's
Yeah.
so fun. It's so fun to see their.
They like to hear the kids' voices.
Yeah,
and
they
the
do. They do, and the kids get a
expression
little.
in them.
Kids get a little certificate that they participated in it, so it's fun. So we're going to have the Pause to Read dogs back again. McDonald's is a huge sponsor of ours.
Yes, they always have been, and thank you to McDonald's.
Yes, definitely. So we're going to have Ronald McDonald come for, I believe, 4 or 5 story times.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
our regularly scheduled story times at the different locations, Ronald will be kind of a guest reader that day.
That'll be fun.
He always
just enchants
yes.
the kids
Yeah.
and the adults too.
Yeah.
I've been teased by Ronald
Yes,
McDonald
I think
myself.
we all have. I think we all have.
What a character.
He'll do some magic. He'll read some books, do some songs, whatever. He always changes up his program and does something a little different. A lot of times he bases it on whatever our theme is, but he always leaves with a good message for the kids. He's neat. He's fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
So he'll be at our different locations this summer.
That'll be great.
We're also going to have kind of a little treat. A good friend of the library is Joel Shoemaker. He's a librarian at Von Steuben School.
Okay.
And he's worked with a couple students over the school year, and they're going to do some magic shows.
Ooh,
so
fun.
yeah, so it'll be a couple actual students, District 150 students, and Joel. I guess I should say Mr. Shoemaker.
Yeah.
We're working together and doing magic shows at a couple of our different story times this summer too.
Oh, and that's in June also, isn't it?
Throughout June.
Yeah,
So
throughout June.
watch those dates.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's worked with these kids. He's pretty proud of what they've learned, and so we said, hey, yeah, bring him in.
Yeah.
Kids like to watch kids do
Oh, yeah.
performances like that.
And that's sometimes very inspiring. And it's also a great chance to get those books on how to do magic
Yes,
tricks.
exactly.
And be ready for the next family gathering because certainly, Grandma's always willing to watch.
Show me what you learned.
Show me
Yeah,
that
yeah,
trick.
yeah.
Yeah. But we should remind people too, if they're losing track of this abundance of things, we've got our kid events, which is a paper newsletter, bright and colorful. You can pick up at all our
Yes.
branches, but you can download it. If you want to know something's going on before you come, you can download it from our website. Under our events, there's a newsletter tab, or
Watch
you
the calendar on
You
there.
can watch the web calendar also on there, or you can just call.
Please. Yeah.
497-2000, and the people answering will look at the calendar and tell you what's going on.
Exactly. They
And we
will.
get those calls every day.
Yeah.
Don't feel odd about it. We get calls all the
Yeah.
time. What have you got for,
This
preschoolers?
age. Yep.
And when's your next story time at this branch? And they will be able to tell you that.
Definitely. We will help you out.
Yeah.
Another group that we've had in the past few times is Furry Friends. It's a mobile
yes.
petting zoo, basically. So they're going to come to a couple different locations this summer, in June and then again in July. So if you miss them in June, you'll be able to catch them in July. They bring a little bit of everything, from small to big. It's so
Yes.
funny to see the llama walk out of the back of the van.
Yes.
You
Well,
just
I was
don't-
on the elevator with that
Yes,
one
I
time.
know you were.
And that's one of those life experiences you don't forget.
No.
Should write it in my memoirs.
Yes,
I
you
rode
should.
the elevator with the llama.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can this year. They'll be back this summer. Forest Park is another group that we've worked with quite a few times. They always do a neat summer program based on the theme. So this summer they're going to do the music and rhythm of animals in the forest and talk
that's-
about.
Yeah.
Talk
and
about
there is a rhythm.
There
There's-
really is.
There's a rhythm to the day. I mean, I live in the country, so I hear the different birds before dawn, at dawn, as the day goes on
Yeah.
into the evening.
Yeah, exactly.
They definitely, the things that come out to drink at dawn and at dusk and that you don't see the rest of the day,
Yeah.
things you see at night. So that, and I think most of us are living in the city, and although some of those things, deer, we're even getting hawks and sometimes eagles in the city,
Yeah.
but people aren't used to seeing that so
No.
much. And to understand you can go just so close to Forest Park and be able to have that access of being deep in nature so close to the city.
And they'll bring things with them. They'll bring a couple animals with them for each of their events. So that's
That'll
kind
be
of neat
nice.
too, because like you said, there are a lot of city kids.
Yeah, that
It's-
haven't
seen these things.
haven't
so,
seen these things, don't know about them, and don't really have that opportunity. So,
Yeah, so they'll talk about
and then
the
of course we got plenty of books
Yes,
about
yes.
all these animals.
Yes, they'll talk about those, and then you can go over to the shelf and check all that out. So,
Yeah.
gosh, let's see what else. We have marionettes coming. They're going to do Jack and the Beanstalk. They will do their performance, and then after the performance, they will actually show the kids the marionettes and how they work and explain all that and the history behind it. Marionettes are very unique. We do puppet shows every so often, but the marionette itself is just a unique thing. So thought that was pretty exciting. Yoga, we have yoga for kids and adults this summer.
Oh, all right.
Figured that fit in with the rhythm
Yeah.
part of our Read to the Rhythm. So we'll have some different yoga events taking place. Don't worry about if you've never done yoga before or if you're an expert, whatever. We'll have something for everybody. They'll provide mats. Just wear something comfy and loose that you can kind of move around in. They'll be sure to work with the crowd and make sure that they're not doing anything too advanced or anything like that. So
Yeah,
we're
not trying to get We don't want anybody to get hurt.
No.
Or
no.
to be intimidated.
No, definitely not. It's just something to expose them to it and see if this is something they would like to do more often. So.
Yeah.
But then we've also got book bingo, where you can go through and check off different, we've got a couple different kinds. We've got an author one, we've got a picture book one, different age groups, whatnot. Check off throughout the summer that you've read different books or different books by different authors, different things like that. So a wide variety, even a comic book one.
Yeah, that's a challenge as to, well, I like mysteries,
Yes.
so I always read
Well,
mysteries.
let's try to read a Western, or
Yeah,
let's try to read a romance.
or a biography or a nonfiction. And what I find so often, and living too long and too many readers, is the men I run into tend to only want to read nonfiction, and the women tend to only want to read fiction. And once in a while, the women will venture the other way, but rarely, it seems like, do I catch a man reading a fiction book. It's hard. I guess it depends on who you're around. In my world, they just don't.
That's what they
so
want to do.
it would be nice to challenge them.
Yeah, it's nice to
Read
challenge them.
something different for
Exactly.
change. And kids, too, could discover a real passion and interest at this age when they should be exploring everything. Let's, you know.
I have one child that loves to read whatever, and then I have another child that likes realistic fiction. So,
Okay.
so I'm going to try to get her to read some other things this summer, see what we can do.
See if you can get somewhere with that. And there's, I think the folks that grew up reading Harry Potter are very much want that, type of.
They stay with that genre.
Yeah, they stay with that genre and need to edge out a little bit.
Let's do this one. Let's do a mystery. Let's do a biography. Something. Yeah. We'll work on it.
Yeah, but plenty of bingo opportunities for reading.
Definitely.
Challenging yourself.
Definitely. We purchased a couple games consoles, a Wii and a PlayStation, and so we have some fun programs going on, not only this summer, throughout the school year, but
for summer.
But definitely for summer, we have some things popping up for adults and kids. We have a Wii dance party. We have a Mario Kart tournament. So if you're
that'll be
familiar,
fun.
Familiar with Mario Kart,
I had a few of those in my living room.
I bet you have. and then a video games for adults. There are a lot of adults that like video games or that are maybe intimidated by them. So this is kind of a beginner, see what's out there. And they're not all, I don't know, war and fighting and things like that. That's something that a stereotype, I think.
Yeah,
that
the war games as a stereotype. And people who aren't familiar think that's what they all are.
No, and they're definitely not. Sometimes they're like the Wii dance party. It's a dancing and movement. Sometimes there are things like bowling or tennis, or you never know. So that one will be interesting to see how many people come out to check it out.
Yeah, to try that one out. That'll be a lot of fun.
But then we've got different things like a princess party and a Sophia the First tea party. I'm sure there'll be some girls and maybe some boys interested in some of those.
Yeah, wear your sparkly clothes.
Yes, exactly.
I think the princess tea is fun because they get to bring their stuffed animal as their prince.
As their prince,
yes, and reign for the day.
Yes, exactly. And some line dancing, some fun with that, learning how to do the different dances that are kind of a group dance and things like that.
Where's that one going to be at?
That'll be at Lakeview.
Okay.
There's a part 1 and a part 2. So come in, I believe June is the first part, and then July is the second part. So come and learn the dances, and then I don't know, see what else
for those weddings.
Yeah, summer weddings.
Late in the evening when the line dances start.
Exactly. We have lots of movies going on, musicals and dance movies, and lots of family-friendly ones. Bring the kids, come in, sit down. We have such great sound systems with our movie screens and whatnot. So bring a snack, sit in the cool air conditioning, and enjoy a movie. It's kind of fun.
and it's different than just watching a movie at home, where people are hollering at you and the phones are ringing, and your phone can still buzz in your pocket. But you can say, "Oh, I couldn't answer."
I was at the movies.
and it's free.
Exactly.
And that's that's important too. It's your tax dollars at work, but it's a place to be for free. And if you want your kids to be somewhere safe, and that you don't have to worry about what they're hearing or seeing, this could be it.
There you go. Yeah, they're always something that's family friendly. We try to keep that theme going. But let's see what else. Musical crafts and story times all throughout the summer.
Yeah.
And then also, we've got a Father's Day program there in June, and we've got some 4th of July things in July. And then we have our Baby Boomer Club. That's been going strong at Lakeview.
Baby Boomer Club is for anybody. We don't define the
No.
age. We just say, if you think you're a baby boomer,
Yes.
this is the place for
Yes.
you. And that came about because we had adults who wanted to do what the kids were doing.
Yeah. They were asking about, well, can we do blah, blah, blah? Can we
Can
pop
we do
in
crafts?
for this?
Can we make a Father's Day gift?
Yeah.
And so they started a separate club.
Yeah.
And this goes right on the heels of the adult coloring.
Yes.
It's all over the news that the new rage is adults coloring. I think we
Yes.
need to make some adult coloring sheets
I think we
myself.
do. I think we do.
But I remember that we started a program a few years ago for college students during finals week. And I said, who colors? But that might be because I didn't color as a child because my mother was an artist.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I understand this is a really big thing. So I understand, the baby boomer group wanting to come to the library and do a program just as they did when they were kids. So we answered that need.
Exactly.
And they're doing all sorts of fun things.
They are. I mean, they're doing some crafts. They're doing some trivia things. This summer, I believe one of them is a musical trivia thing and, some little prizes. Nothing major, but, some little things to keep you going. And then genealogy. They had some genealogy talks and organizing talk. Trying to think what else. They play board games or card games. I mean, just a little bit of everything. Things to keep you going and interested in, and
just fun.
Yeah.
And a reason to come to the library
Yeah.
and sign your contract. We're out of time.
Oh my
So
gosh.
Thank you for coming. We didn't even get to talk about Lifetime Readers.
No, we didn't.
That could be a program in itself.
Good.
But you can check into Lifetime Readers. It starts June 1st,
June
too,
1st,
which
yeah.
is a never-ending reading challenge. So thank you so much for watching. And again, all these great programs are on our calendar and in our newsletters. And we sure hope that you'll sign up for summer reading and come and enjoy some of this free fun we have planned for you all this summer. And we'll see you next week on Information Please.